I started at Camp Grossman in 1977, we basically had, I think, 700 to 800 kids. Last summer, we had 1,898 kids. Grossman can mirror the changing Jewish community. You see it demographically. We're all evolving. We're learning, okay? There are lots of stuff that I didn't know about 30 years ago. I won't even begin to tell you that we have all the answers. I think the one thing that we're pretty good at is listening. You have to be open to it. You have to evolve and adapt. If kids have a good time, if they really grow, if they really develop self-esteem and self-confidence, they're going to say to themselves, I did this in a Jewish environment. And sprinkle in some Jewish programming, you're going to develop a strong Jewish identity. I never imagined when I first started this that we would be what we are today. And if we can do that, there's so much more you can do.
We moved to the US about 5 years ago, and we had this gap. What's going to happen now? Our oldest, what's going to be her next step in her Jewish identity journey?
Discovery Club is a way for kids to engage with Jewish content through interactive workshops that fuse their interests with Jewish stories and Jewish holidays and their Jewish identity. Whether they're playing chess and talking about Jewish kings and queens, or they're using puppets to tell Jewish stories, or they're making Jewish holiday foods, they're merging their identity as themselves with their Jewish identity.
If I look at Ellie, her progress to the Discovery Club is just ideal. I was a little bit afraid, okay, she's now going to a public elementary when they're not gonna have the holidays, Shabbat, but then a couple of days in the week when she goes to Discovery Club, she gets that.
We have programs that have end dates, so kids graduate out of our ELC when they're 5. They may go to a public elementary school, and we know that families need after-school care.
And we see the core values: Keilah, community, intent, direction of the heart, wellness, chesed. And this is the core values that I'm happy my child receive every time she comes to Discovery Club.
We could not have started Discovery Club without the initial investment and belief in the vision of what we're doing. In the future, I imagine a robust K-5, 5-day-a-week after-school program where kids are running around the building, smiling and experiencing everything the JCC has to offer. But most of all, I imagine a vibrant community where when kids walk into our building, they feel I'm at home here and I belong here.
There are a lot of hard conversations when you're raising children, as a mom, as a family. When we were first married and we're talking about raising children in the Jewish faith, that was a lot to really understand. And through the JCC, we've been able to really imagine the way that our children would be raised with Jewish values.
Times have changed in the Jewish community. We know that parents today are making different choices. 10 years ago, we had one person in the department, that was myself. Today, we have 17 people. Because of the success of the Family Connector model, we are able to continuously reimagine our work every day. Diana is a great example of our Family Connectors and who we ideally want them to be. They are our ears and they are our pulse of what families are looking for today. The Family Connectors have enabled us to build communities all over Greater Boston. Those communities are going to be different and look differently depending on which neighborhood we're talking about, never mind which region we're talking about.
There's been a lot of conversation with our always changing population of how do we make sure everyone feels welcome.
The Family Connectors really enable us to be nimble because they are on the ground, they are learning this information in real time, and then we can act on it. If there's something that we want to pilot and test, we go for it. If it's something that we want to respond to, we go for it. They learn from the parents and we learn from them. This past year, we ran close to 150 programs and engaged more than 10,000 parents and children throughout Greater Boston. And CJP and philanthropy make this model possible.
I've seen our programs change the lives of our families and change my life and how I raise my family. This position has been soul fulfilling for me. I always say that I'm a PT trained by nature and I love to help others, but this is the work of my soul.